what's going to happen with the studio this time. There's going to be a lot of immersion into real-life, tangible issues.
Following the Second World War, soldiers returned to American shores in pursuit of the American dream, a dream of leaving the city and owning a piece of land in the country. The exodus from the city to the suburbs happened almost overnight. The fascination with the suburban landscape and the ability to drive into the city to work ultimately left urban cores to decay.
And then you get the interstate system that eviscerated the neighborhood.
I-35 enters Missouri 2 miles southwest of Kansas City's central business district as a 6-lane highway. After merging with Southwest Trafficway and Broadway, it becomes 8 lanes and continues north to downtown Kansas City, where it serves as the west and north legs of the downtown freeway loop.
Especially on the western edge, it feels sort of brutally chopped off from the rest of the city.
It is, and it's harder. And our convention center is kind of a blank wall convention center. You also have the south end of the convention center where the loading docks are there. So you have more impediments, and then the loop freeway system has always been. I don't know that it needs to be, but it's so unfriendly to cross that it's always been this. At least pedestrian kind of
no man's land
kind of roadblock impeding two sides.
Over recent years, Kansas City has invested greatly into changing this notion of no man's land into a much more walkable community.
Crossroads is really roughly defined as south of Truman Road, in the north of Crown Center. It was an area that was, in its old use, warehouses. It was where trucks came and went. It was where low-rise density, Film District in particular, had nothing more than a story.
The Power and Light District is an $850 million mixed-use entertainment development in downtown Kansas City. Despite financial success, it is yet to contribute to a meaningful, permanent rise in residential density.
Power and Light, which I think on a number of levels is very successful, but I can see that on other levels you're taking 8 blocks and it's planned and it looks a certain way, and as opposed to evolving over 100 years. But I think the problem with that in our particular city is just the pace and the lack of density.
The new Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts opened in September 2011.
Performing Arts Center is, in my opinion, the greatest single building put up in the city in 100 years. And I don't know the ones I can, right now it is the number one ever for me. It is incredible looking. It is incredible in the way it addresses the land, addresses the neighborhood.
I think it's a great, great building. I think that the way that it interfaced is the problem.
The parking garage just ruins the whole thing.
You're looking into the guts of it.
Yeah.
You have the most sparse spacing of trees blocking it of any part of the landscaping. It's
I was shocked.
and this is the neighborhood that we've been waiting for this interaction with our neighborhood, and they just kill it. The Symphony Building itself doesn't have a street level activity center. There's not a rental to a shoe business. There's not a another coffee shop or whatever. It's got 2 entities, and neither of them are daily entities.
The site at the northwest corner of 17th and Broadway has direct ties to the West Side neighborhood, the Crossroads Arts District, downtown, and the new Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts. The site is the confluence of residential, commercial, and industrial typologies, scales, and densities.
On this site, where you have an opportunity to create a lot of density, if you believe in density, which I do.
I don't advocate for much of any development, really.
Just more people.
More kids.
Density. Yeah, more kids.
Density is very important, and from a financial point, it's really important. So whatever is there is designed to generate revenue for the Performing Arts Center, sales tax revenue for all the ground improvements. So in that case, restaurants, anything with high sales tax use is probably the preferred use there.
So things like that, like people being able to somehow connect. It doesn't have to be monetary. but just some kind of gesture. I think there are those people that really want to be a part of the say-so, or at least feel like they've been asked, and sometimes it's just as little as that.
But certainly for your studio and for what we're doing, man, the discussion is pertinent and the issues are here. It is not going to get more real than this.